Hello everybody, we're finally back and it's the Music City Bowl, number 16, Old Dominion. A rocky start to the season saw Old Dominion turn it around and produce a fairly successful first year in the ACC. Ole Miss 7-5, they've been up and down this season. They've had some tough opponents, including a common opponent with ODU in Georgia Tech. And Ole Miss, an interesting story today, they will be without both their starting quarterback and backup. Both of their first two quarterbacks are injured coming into the game. That means third string Tony Curry is going to be taking over the starting position today. And Ole Miss have had a tough season with their quarterbacks. Over half the season has been spent without their starting quarterback, and the past few weeks have been without their second string quarterback. So Tony Curry, this isn't new to him necessarily, but he's still feeling the situation out, and Ole Miss will have to work hard to produce a win today against a very tough Old Dominion team who played a tough schedule this year. The ACC has not been an easy cookie to crack, or to crumble, if you will. It's a big day. The seniors' final games in their respective uniforms, and it is going to be a good one. Lots of red. Ole Miss fans have rushed to Nashville, Tennessee for this one, but Old Dominion has their own contingent of fans that have stormed Nashville, and it's Antoine Hopkins on the opening kickoff. Shakes off a tackle, another tackle. Wait, Hopkins has room to the left. Hopkins, a block on the kicker. He's gone. Hopkins is going to go. What a return to start off this game. But there's a flag. Oh, if this holds. It doesn't. It's against Adrian Bush, the tight end. Clipping brings this one all the way back. Hopkins' amazing return wiped away from a simple penalty. But Adrian Bush is going to make up for that mistake. Look at this breaking tackles the tight end. Good start despite that momentum killer. That penalty. 3rd and 2 now. Pistol formation. Dixon going to get his first bit of action on the day. Wonderfully done. 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun. 2 running backs for the senior Shane McCarley in his final game as a Monarch, and he's going to throw an interception and an early rocky start. Not how you want to start your final game as a Monarch at the starting quarterback position. Good interception though, and Ole Miss will take advantage. Their defense is definitely the strength of this team. Their offense has struggled a bit, especially with the quarterback scenario there. Curry goes down. And who is that? It's Chris Cleveland. One of the senior linebackers playing in his final game. We'll make mention of those guys. Roshan Doherty, Chris Cleveland, and almost intercepted there. Justin Weddle just hit him. If he had been paying attention, he would have actually made that pick. Drive ends, so ODU gets the ball right back, and Carly on a little option keeper. Breaking tackles. Running tough. ODU's drive would stall, and Ole Miss capitalizing here with a chance to put a field goal through late in the first quarter. The kick is up, and it sneaks just inside the upright. Ole Miss gets on the board. 3 points against the 16th ranked Monarchs. 3rd and 9 for McCarley, and ODU's next drive almost intercepted there. Looking for the talented athlete, backup quarterback Josh Silva, who was in the slot that time. We enter the second quarter, just a 3-point game, not much going on so far. 3rd and 6 for Curry, and he's going to be sacked. Chris Cleveland gets credit again, this time with some help from Mr. Kanye Anderson, another senior at defensive end. Or who was that? No, that was Chad Robinson. Sorry, Robinson. That drive would end, but they would pin ODU at the 1-yard line with an amazing punt. So they're just going to hand it off, try and get out of this situation. Dixon going to give the offense some breathing room. Nice run there for 9 yards. The junior running back, an outstanding season, over 1,700 yards. Now Dixon going to get some room. That's blocking. Oh man, if he could have got a little more separation, he was gone. But 17 yards will take that all day. 1st and 10. Scott Sullivan in the play there. McCarley almost sacked, but finds Jackson on the run. 12 yards in our first mention of Todd Jackson on the day. Later in the drive, 2nd and 4. Silva comes in. A quick pass to Brandon Ellison on a bubble screen. Offense is starting to find its rhythm. McCarley back in the game. Scott Sullivan, no in action. Handoff going to the left side. Cuts it back a little bit, but gets about 8. Good job by the ODU offense, just mixing things up, keeping the defense guessing. Handoff Dixon. I mean, you got to see this coming. Dixon's just too good not to put a large amount of focus on him. He's already averaging 7 yards a carry. Dixon going to cut this out. Look at the block there. What a block to get the edge for David Dixon. An 8-yard touchdown run. The defender was flat on his butt. 7-3 ODU takes the lead. And look at Roberts. He's stuffed. The starting running back, John Scott, dealing with some injury problems. So Everett Roberts comes in. So now it's a backup running back and a third-string quarterback. And look, 3 ODU defenders in the small area for that screen. That had no chance, and Curry has struggled early. ODU's put the pressure on the young quarterback, the inexperienced third stringer. McCarley going to roll out now, trying to find somebody open. He gets Jackson with some separation. He gets about 23. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. ODU holding on to a 7-3 lead. Under center now, McCarley's going to work the play action. He's going to find, Lawrence Reese in a space of 3 defenders. Manages to haul that one in for his first catch of the game. Antoine Hopkins, handoff. Rick, great patience on that one. Hopkins down inside the 5. First and goal out of bounds to stop the clock. But look at the patience. He allows David Flores to get the block. That gets him so much more yardage than trying to beat that defender one-on-one. First and goal. Silva comes in. What are they going to do? Going to run a little option here. No surprise, but a very early pitch from Silva has that play going nowhere. Timeout, and coach is not happy about that play's execution. 2nd and goal. Here McCarley going to throw a quick screen to Lawrence Reese. Touchdown, Old Dominion, and they extend the lead. And the offense has found its rhythm very nicely here, capitalizing on that. The defense was not ready for that screen. Reese walks into the end zone, and we go into halftime. 14-3 is the score. Hasn't been the most exciting game ever necessarily, but there have been plays from both sides that have given each their own chances to score. Ole Miss hasn't capitalized as much as ODU, and ODU's really put the pressure on Tony Curry. They're not afraid to take some chances against a quarterback who just isn't quite as talented or experienced yet. And here's how it stacks up. Not a single yard passing for Ole Miss. That's how much their offense has struggled in this game so far, yet it's still only a 2-score game, so the Ole Miss defense has done a fair job in not allowing ODU to run away with this one just yet. And Ole Miss, they get the ball to start this second half. They have yet to convert a 3rd down on 4 tries. Curry, though, going to take off now. Look out, Williams hits him. The ball comes out. It's jarred loose by Rashad Coward and recovered by Jack Tocho. The first turnover of the day for Ole Miss early in this half. ODU capitalizes. Look at this. Coward gets the hit to knock the ball loose. Tocho, the senior defenders there, making a big impact in their final moments as Monarchs. McCarley running loops around the Ole Miss defense. Slides and takes a shot. Little woozy getting up after that one. 3rd and 5 now. Pistol formation. What can McCarley do on this play? Looking to pass. Dropping back further. Finding Lawrence Reese. Great catch. Reese has been excellent today. And a great route runner. He's not very fast, but he's got great hands. He can run routes very well. He's been a very good pickup for ODU. Recruiting the junior receiver. 1st and goal now. Going to work some play action. McCarley, little bootleg, and he finds Brandon Ellison for the touchdown. 2nd time today McCarley's thrown a touchdown pass, and that extends the lead 21-3 Ellison had to come out of the end zone to make the catch, but managed to come down with it. Ole Miss has a lot of work to do. John Scott back in the game after some injury issues. Curry going to be stopped. That's Anderson on the play. Going nowhere. 3rd and long upcoming for number 12 on the Ole Miss offense. They have so much work to do and not a lot of time. He was sandwiched. It was a Curry sandwich. The defense completely blowing that play up. But Ole Miss would get the ball right back. Old Dominion was stopped. Ole Miss did at least do a good job defensively. Curry going to find his man. Ingram, missed tackle. Ingram down the sideline, gets to about the 40. Nice gain. And some momentum maybe for Ole Miss now to try and get a score and make this the game. Scott, they need to use him more. He's a very talented running back. Powerful runner. Very strong. 3rd and 7 now. What will they do on this play out of the pistol formation? Going to look for a little screen, swatted out of the air by Walter Anderson. What a play by the backup defensive end, swatting that one out of the air. 1st and 10 for ODU now. Dixon going to get the handoff off. Look at the moves. Shifty. Dixon, what can he do? What a spin move! Dixon has one man to beat. He's gone. 71-yard touchdown run for number 22. He ties his record for single-season rushing touchdowns with 19. Fantastic job by ODU. 28-6 is the game now. 2nd and 7. Going to be intercepted. Jack Tojo has it. He's gone. The bubble screen did not work at all. Tocho read that like a book, and he is having an amazing game. A fumble recovery, an interception. The transfer from North Carolina State several seasons ago in his final game as a Monarch is looking great. 35-6, and Rashawn Coward gets the sack. The momentum. I've never seen such a momentum swing so quickly, so heavily on one team. Curry's going to get sacked again. Anthony Cody on this one. The junior defensive tackle gets in on the action. It's going to be 3rd and 22, and Ole Miss, they're not going to do anything to get out of this drive. They'd like to forget about that one. Start of the 4th quarter. 35-6. This really isn't even a game at this point. But McCarley going to get some final snaps as a Monarch. Look at this great run. Just outstanding. 3rd and 2, shotgun formation. What will they do? Play action. Carly's going to get sacked. Play he'd like to forget, maybe. Tommy Patrick would nail the field goal, so it's 38-6 now. Ole Miss just trying to salvage some kind of... Oh my God! Jack Tojo! What a miracle interception! That was his 2nd of the game! How did that happen? The receiver dropped it. Tocho scoops it out of the air as it was going to the ground. Tocho is a magician on that play. 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and I think we might have our player of the game right there. McCarley fumbles it, trying to pitch it on the option, so an unfortunate error to give the ball away, and Ole Miss has a chance to hit again. Try and save some face and get some points on the board. 2nd and 10, Curry. Gonna look. John Scott on the screen, and this time ODU does not read it like they have several times before. Scott, can he go all the way? Push down. Jack Tocho saves the touchdown. And it'll be 2nd and goal upcoming. Gonna hand it off. Scott right up the middle. The powerful running back gets a touchdown. Ole Miss finally gets 6 points from a touchdown. To at least save some face. Silva, 2nd and 1, just going to take off doing what he does. Spin move. Shaking off defenders. 15, a nice run. Just trying to run off the clock at this point. McCarley going to get a final bit of action as a senior. 2nd and goal here. Looking, finds Nick Carroll. Touchdown from McCarley to Carroll. And the final time McCarley will hold the ball as a Monarch. Victorious and a dominant victory for the Monarchs. There's your play of the game. 71-yard run. Look at the shiftiness And then the unbelievable spin move. You want to talk about a human highlight reel? That is one right there. David Dixon. And he's got yet another season left in him. Or so we assume. There has been some rumors that he might bolt early for the pros with the talent of his caliber. Some pros have been looking at him, saying he could be first round type player. He's talented. He's proven himself in the ACC. A lot of people said Conference USA is too easy. He's dominating in an easy conference. And now look at what he's doing against defenses like even Ole Miss. Solid defense. 178 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. Receivers didn't have to have a big day today. Defense stepped up big time. Made some huge plays. Forced turnovers. Sacks. Chris Cleveland, Rashad Coward, Kanye Anderson, Sean Doherty, all these guys in their last games, and Jack Tocho, of course. 2 interceptions, fumble recovery. One of those interceptions was a pick 6. What a game. What a game for ODU to go out this season. 45-13, a successful first year in the ACC. So much better than I thought it was going to go because the Conference USA is just not even comparable, and the ACC right now is the best conference in the country. It's all the rankings of the conferences. The ACC right now, here at this point in the Dynasty, is the best. John Scott, 88 receiving yards, mostly thanks to that 54-yard catch on the screen he had. Tough day for Ole Miss. I think if they had their starting quarterback in, they probably would have been in a much better position to succeed offensively, and it might have been a closer game, but they were outmatched in this one. And Old Dominion has a lot of positive things to look forward to. Another bowl win, another trophy in the trophy case. And here's how it stacks up. 442 yards to 251. Offensively, neither team did very well on third down. But it was one of those days. ODU was just meant to win. We'll check out a few updated records there. But next time we're going to look at all the off-season stuff. We're going to get moving into year 6 finally. And that will be a very interesting season because the quarterback situation is going to ramp up. With McCarley leaving, Silva's going to be a senior, but will he be good enough to be the starter? Or will somebody else step in? We'll check out the bowl results real quick here, just to let you guys read through those and check out where your teams that you root for might be or might not be, as the case may be. Had a lot of close games this season. The Miami game was a tough loss. Georgia Tech, had some very close games, very good games. But can next year be the year? Can ODU actually, in their second year of being in the ACC, secure a division title and get in the conference championship game? Or is that too ambitious? This is a tough conference, and we've got to compete hard to get into that conference title game and get into a conversation of maybe even a BCS game. But I guess we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. We still have the offseason, gotta still sign some recruits, take care of some business. And there it is. What a game. The national championship game, or Virginia Tech are the national champions over TCU in what looks like an epic game. TCU tried to mount a late comeback, as you can see there. Couldn't quite do it. So the Hokies of Virginia Tech are the national champions. And just a quick review of our season here. 9-4, the final record. Good season. I'll see you all next time, and we'll prepare for year 6.